and today I want to do another tutorial for you guys. This is going to be involving the Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar Palette. If you're not familiar with the chocolate bar palettes, they are made out of, I guess, like cocoa or something like that, like all natural cocoa, so it smells like chocolate, made with 100% natural cocoa powder. That's what it says on the back. Oh no, I just totally got my thumb in it. So the first thing I was going to say about this palette, because I kind of wanted to do a review on this will be kind of like a review and tutorial, is that I hate the closure on this thing. The magnetic closure is so weak that it just pops open randomly and falls out of your hand, and you dig chunks out of the eyeshadow like I just did with my thumb. For some reason it drives me nuts. It just pops open on its own, like just, I don't know. I look really weird right now because I have my foundation and my contour and my blush and highlighter on, but I have no makeup on. So I don't know why. I feel like I look really weird today. My eyebrows are also doing something funky today, because why wouldn't they do something funky on the day that I want to like do a tutorial, right? Please excuse those. But I wanted to do some, just basically talk about the chocolate bar palette. I did one look with this. It was kind of like a burnt orangey, peanut buttery looking look in the haul video, and you guys really liked it. But then I was gonna do that, but it just, I don't know. I feel like all I ever do is neutral looks with any of the palettes I buy, so I wanted to kind of step out of my comfort zone and maybe do something a little bit more, not dramatic, but deeper with this palette. Today I want to just play around with this with different colors for the, you know, I don't know. I thought it'd be fun to, you know, mess up on camera for all you to see. So first I'll swatch this for you guys, and then I will jump into the tutorial. So starting with the swatches from the first row at the bottom of the palette, we have Butter Pecan, which is going to be a very, very light highlighting kind of a champagne color. It's not showing up true to form on this camera for some reason, but it is a little bit more peachy than it is pinky. Then next to that you have Bon Bon, which is a nice looking burnt orangey pearly look. And then next to that you have Caramel, which is a little bit more orangey. And then next to that you have Mousse, which caused me the most problems trying to swatch for you guys, because I had to keep putting layer after layer on it because it is a little bit streaky. And then the next one you have is Rum Raisin, which is a really pretty purpley brown that is a shimmer as well. Next, moving on to the second row, which is the middle row, we have Frosting, which is a shimmery brown color. It's actually really, really pretty. And then next to that we have my favorite color, which is Peanut Butter. I am a sucker for those kind of like clay, rusty, orangey browns. They just, oh, I love them as transition colors. And then next to that one we have Blueberry Swirl, which I was really excited about this color, but swatching it, I had to put like 3 different swipes on here for it to even get any pigment, so I'm a little bit disappointed with that color. And then next to that you have Pudding, which is just like a dark brown. And then next to that is the most ridiculous color in the whole entire palette. I don't know why they included this. It's called Pink Sugar. You can't even see it. It's just glittery. And I put like 6 different swatches down on that. And then next to that you have Cocoa Chili, which is just a dark brown shimmery with gold flecks. Then moving on to the very last row, which is the top row, we have Hot Fudge right here, which is a really deep brown purple. Next to that we have Truffled, which is I want to say it's a deeper brown. It's like a more darker, like brownie brown. And then next to that we have Nougat, which is a really, really pretty kind of pinky nude. And then next to that is Coconut Cream, which makes a really nice matte highlight. And then next to that we have Licorice, which Licorice I'm not a huge fan of. It is a little bit, I don't know, chalky. I'm not a huge fan. Hot Fudge I'm not really a huge fan of. I tried using it in my look for the IMATS haul and it was really difficult to blend. So we will see. I don't even think I'm gonna call this a tutorial, guys, because I don't even know what I'm doing. If my shirt is an indicator, hopefully the force will be with me. So first things first, I think I'm gonna lay down a little bit of Butter Pecan using my flat top brush. This is just a Sonia Kashuk brush. It's nothing special. I got it really, really cheap at Target. And I'm gonna put that all over my lid, not taking it up too high because I just want it on my lid. Now that I have that down, I'm going to grab one of my fluffy brushes. This is just my Sigma blending brush. It's an E25. And I'm going to dip that into peanut butter right here. I'm just going to put that into the crease of my eye, just like I normally would, concentrating most of the color on the outside of my eye. That is a very pigmented color, as you can see. I love it. Again, it's one of those burnt orangey colors that I'm absolutely obsessed with. I don't care what type of season it is. I love them. And I'm just going to take that, and again, I'm just going to blend it in towards the center, but again, keeping most of it on the outside. And then I'm going to take my flat top brush and dip that back into the Butter Pecan, and I'm just going to blend out the inside. I'm going to put the most of the color on the inside and blend it outward, just to kind of get those two colors to mesh a little bit more, instead of it being like, oh, here starts the orange color on my face. And then without any product on that same brush that I just put in peanut butter, I'm just going to keep buffing it in just to kind of make everything blend nicely. I don't like to do my blending at the very, very last. I like to keep blending as I go so that way all the colors just kind of go really nicely together. Because I have monolids, I can't afford to do the harsh lines, else they look really, really bad because I have no crease to hide any mistakes. So next I think I'm going to take this cocoa chili right here. See what that does. I'm going to dip a clean blending brush into it. Oh wow, that's a lot of color. And we'll see what that does. And I'm just going to build that on the lash line area. I always get sad because like if I overdo something, I get depressed because I'm like, oh, but it looked nice. Why did I have to keep doing something to it? Why did I have to keep picking? And I'm going to very lightly, because that is really pigmented, very lightly put that into my crease area on top of the peanut butter and kind of blending it inward very lightly. Like I'm hardly touching my eye right now, and just kind of bring that up. So now I'm going to go back and grab that same blending brush I was using in the peanut butter, and I'm going to dip it in peanut butter again, and I'm going to again keep blending. So I'm going to make sure that color is still showing at the top, because I like that burnt orange color. I don't know why. It just helps give it depth. It looks really nice. So I'm just going to keep blending that in so that way it all goes well together and transitions well together. And then once again, taking my flat top brush, I'm going to dip that again in butter pecan just so that I can keep that lightness built in. And I'm just going to, again, concentrate most of it on the inside of my eye, but then pulling it onto the outside. Go in that direction. Then taking the same flat top brush, I'm going to dip it into Bon Bon right here. And then I'm going to take this and put in the center of my eye to kind of blend the brown and transition it into the champagne butter pecan color. So I'm just going to go into the inside of my eye like so. Just put the pop of color. And last but not least, to kind of darken up the outside corners, I'm going to take my little, I don't know, this is a MAC 219, it's just a pencil brush, and I'm going to dip that into one of these dark colors. Let's try pudding, because I didn't like the frosting last time. So I dip it into pudding, which is kind of like a dark purpley something or other. I don't know, I'm kind of scared because it didn't swatch very well. We will see. And I'm going to take this, I'm going to put that into my lash line area and just kind of darken up that color. So basically I'm just darkening to lightening my browns. I'm so boring. I'm like brown. I swear I'll do more things with color in the future. But for me, I just like neutral. I'm a neutral girl. Well, I mean, the fact that I only wear brown and black outfits, like, I mean, how much color do I need in my life? Again, I'm going to take my blending brush that had the peanut butter on it. I'm not going to put any more on it, but I'm just going to blend everything. And then for highlight, because I have a lot of color down here, I'm going to use this little like flat short brush, and I'm going to dip it into coconut cream, which is that light vanilla-y color up there, and it's just a matte color, and I'm just going to highlight underneath my eyebrow. And the last finishing touches is just blending. Now to finish up my look, I'm going to do my eyeliner and my mascara. Then now that I have my eyeliner done, I'm going to take the Licorice, which is the matte black, and I'm going to take my small Eco Tools brush, and I'm just going to set that. I've never used this black, so hopefully it works as well as my Naked palette black, but we will see. And I'm just going to pat that on top of my eyeliner, and again, that just sets it in place for me so it doesn't, you know, move around or disappear, because I have oily lids, and I'm extremely monolided. I'm going to just do my mascara, which I love my Better Than Sex mascara, as you guys know, and I'm just going to put a ton of that on my eyelashes. You can immediately tell the difference between the one with mascara and the one without. It's ridiculous. I love this stuff. I think I'm going to take Pudding right here, which is this one, and I think I'm going to take that Eco Tools tool that already had a little bit of black on it. I think I'm going to smudge that in, do that, and then just kind of line the bottom of my lashes a little bit, just to give my eyes a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit more something. Alright guys, so there you have it. There is my semi-sweet chocolate bar palette look. I realize, again, it's a neutral look, but I feel like I did more this time. Like I put more color and stuff into it. I just can't help it. I just am really attracted to those browns and those, you know, purpley colors. And honestly, I mean, this palette is a pretty neutral palette to begin with. There's not a whole lot unless I add other colors from like my Vice palette into this, which I didn't want to do. I wanted to just solely use this one palette for you. So, I mean, it is just a neutral palette to begin begin with, so it's kind of hard to get away from that. I guess I could have used the Blueberry Swirl to kind of make it more colorful, but I just really did not like that color, and I just knew that if I tried using it, I would probably mess up and it would just look terrible. This is what I came up with, and I really like it. It's a lot more intense in person. It's not showing up exactly what it looks like on camera, unfortunately, but I like it. I think it's a very wearable just look. Like, if I went to go pick up Ava from school, I don't think moms would be looking at me like, why the heck is she so done up? So I don't know. These are just the types of looks I like. So again, this is a very neutral palette, so it's hard to get away from the brown kind of look unless, again, I use different colors from other palettes, but I didn't want to do that. I like the palette. I just wish that the Blueberry Swirl was a better consistency. I really was disappointed with that color, and it was a really interesting color for me, and that kind of was a downfall. I hate pink sugar. I don't even understand why it's in here. It reminds me of one of those eyeshadows that you would get for really cheap at Rite Aid when you were a kid, and then your mom would get it for you, and it was in like a super like cheap looking plastic like container purse, like that type of eyeshadow. Like, I don't understand why it's in such an expensive palette. I do think it's a very wearable palette. I do think it's a very good palette for any type of skin tone. Very easy to use, obviously, and I don't think you can go wrong with this palette. So I would say it's a good buy. I think it's a very good buy. The only thing, again, is just this stupid magnet thing. I hate this magnet thing. There you have it. There's my review and kind of tutorial on the Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar Palette. Let me know if you run out and get it, and let me know if you want to see anything else involving it. I really don't think I think that's the only thing that I would say about the Semi-Sweet Chocolate palette, is that because it is such a neutral palette, you're not going to get a whole lot of different looks out of it unless you blend other colors from other palettes into it. That's just my personal opinion, just because that Blueberry Swirl really let me down, and that would be the only added dimension that you could probably use out of it, because a lot of the colors, even though they look different in the pan, they swatch kind of similar. So again, I think it's a really good palette. I just don't think that it's all-encompassing like the Jaclyn Hill palette, or maybe even like one of the Urban Decay Vice palettes, where there's just a plethora of different colors where you can be able to do all sorts of different colored looks. So if you're just looking for a neutral palette, these palettes are really, really good. They have really good pigmentation. They blend really well most of the time. They are a little bit powdery. They do have a little bit of that fallout, but it's not terrible, terrible, terrible. And again, I think they're good palettes if you're looking for neutral palettes. So there you have it. There is my review and tutorial. But anyways, I will talk to you guys all in my next video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy makeup videos or tutorials, you know I get really uncomfortable in them and obviously don't know how to do them very well. But if you enjoy these types of videos, let me know. Leave a comment below. Give this video a thumbs up or subscribe if you want, and I will see you guys all later. Bye.